Are you in need of a good laugh? I'll give you one at my expense. Let's talk about the time I got catfished by SHREK. Peace and cheers as always, folks. Mark the Flying Health Coach coming at you. Happy Friday night or whatever day that you decide to watch this video. I'm going to do something a little different tonight that I haven't done in probably a year, I think. So to give you some context, between the ages of like 20 and 30, so a good 10 years, lost is an underway to put my mind. Made a lot of really awkward decisions, especially dating decisions, going on dates with people I probably shouldn't have, but we're here now, and I got some good stories I want to share with you. And tonight, we're going to talk about the time that I got catfished by SHREK, and you'll understand why I say that in a little bit. So, context here. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been on POF, Plenty of Fish. If you haven't, don't go on it if you're trying to date someone right now. I'm pretty fortunate that I don't have to worry about that, but don't use Plenty of Fish. Back when in my 20s and 30s, though, it was like obviously a low-grade Tinder, Bumble type deal. But without getting too deep into that stuff, because no one cares, we just want the meat of the story, Mark, so let's talk about it. So, I think I was around like probably 27 or 28 years old. I was on Plenty of Fish, and I had matched, which you don't match with, well, you do. I think you can match with someone now on Plenty of Fish, but way back, 10 years ago, you didn't match people, you just messaged them. So I started messaging with this gal. It was, good looking gal. Had some good, couple pictures on there or whatever. And country girl, which, right, that was cool too, I guess. Said she had zebras, which I thought was interesting. So there's a couple things that kind of hooked me in there. She's pretty, had zebras, which was weird, and I like weird. So then we exchanged numbers, right? And, texting was flowing really good. Conversation was flowing good. She was sending me like what I thought were selfies. They were not. But at the time, I was thinking to myself, like, oh, yeah, this is awesome. Like, yeah, it's a really pretty girl or whatever, and it's going really good. So like a month goes by, and yeah, if anyone watches, they're like, a month and you haven't met this person yet? Yeah, I know it was weird, but curiosity always killed me in my mid-20s for whatever reason. It just always did. So a month goes by, and I just like I got lost in the daily text and like the phone calls, and I just started thinking like I've actually never even met this person or like FaceTime them or whatever, right? Never actually even seen them. Just got a bunch of selfies, which I thought were selfies. So fast forward, a month goes by, and I remember saying something like, "Hey, we should FaceTime," or like, let's get together or whatever. So she agreed to FaceTime. So we FaceTimed on a day, and it was the weirdest initial FaceTime ever because, again, never saw this person's face, only saw their feet. They were in the country, which matched, right? With like chickens and all that kind of stuff. Never saw the zebras, which I was mad about, but they're in the country. I only saw their feet, and I noticed how they walked. Feet were bowed outward, which if anyone's into like physiology and exercise, if you got really tight glutes, your feet tend to bow a little bit. I think it's outward or inward, whatever, but it means they don't have very good active glutes and your hips are all jacked up. So, first red flag. Only seeing the feet, and the feet were bowed outward. So, first red flag. Second one that day too, so there's two. So the feet, and the second one was never saw her face, never saw the body, never saw any of that stuff. Like, all right, well, maybe shy, benefit of the doubt, right? I don't know. But a week or two, I think, goes by or whatever. Again, more texting calls, all that jazz. Then it's on a nighttime. It's like, hey, let's FaceTime. It's night. Not outside doing stuff. So FaceTime comes on, and what do I get? I get pitch black, and I just get the forehead. Nothing else. There's no face, no body, nothing. So now, at this point, my curiosity is going through the roof. I'm like, any really attractive girl is going to show you whatever, right? Not just even attractive, just anybody for that matter. Like, you're FaceTiming someone you might want to date, you see them, for God's sakes. So that night again, too, super weird. It was like 10, 15-minute conversation, pitch black, only the forehead. So at this point, I'm like, what? what is going on here? Am I legit getting catfished? And again, my curiosity just kills me. And at this, I think at that point I was like, yeah, this something's going on. But I had to know. I had to find out. Again, my mid-20s is a weird time for me. Um, so again, fast forward like a week or two later, yada yada yada, and then this gal said she was like flying out to Washington to work in her family's restaurant for like a week or two or something. So again, we FaceTime when she's in the restaurant. Only this time is when the magic happens. This is third, probably fourth or fifth flag at this point. She's FaceTiming me and she's got this gigantic plate of nachos. And I mean gigantic plate of nachos. It ain't no just little bowl. It ain't, a walking taco with Fritos and some meat and cheese and sour cream in there. It is a plate of nachos that would make Joey Chestnut second guess himself. If you don't know Joey Chestnut, look him up. Before I get to the end of the story, you know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe up in the corner for more so spiritual and like life improving content. I am gonna put these videos in there every now and then too, just because they're funny and I want people to laugh and feel playful. And then health coaching, which who wants to health coach with me now after this video, right? Health coaching, flyinghealthcoach@gmail.com. Up in the corner. Again, health coaching, guys, I'm just here to meet you where you're at. I'm not here to tell you what to do. It's us coming together as a team and figuring out what's the next step to get you from A to B, B to C, so on and so forth down the line. And finally, my book, Flying Health Coach, a guide how to start to un-F your life. You can download a copy, or I should say download a portion of it, 13 or 14 pages for free on my link in YouTube. If you like what you read, awesome. If you're so inclined to purchase the book, it's $6.99lulu.com. Excuse me. Again, there's a link right below that in my YouTube channel as well. And yeah, let's get back to the ending of the SHREK story. So, which everyone knows this is going, but I just think it's kind of funny. So again, just where we're at right now, right? We're at the fact that she's at her family's restaurant, which she is. FaceTime going. She's got this gigantic plate of nachos that, like I said, would make Joey Chestnut probably second guess a serving. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, there's just no effing way that all the pictures I'm getting are of like a very, very petite looking girl, which again, I know there's petite girls that can eat a lot of food. I don't doubt that. I mean, I've watched competitive eating and I know they can do it. But just in this context, it's just all these other past things are not adding up, right? So again, giant plate of nachos eaten down. I'm like, I couldn't even freaking do that. Then she, brings up her phone and she's gonna go out to the main area, and then she's got an iPad with her, and it sparked in my head. I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, this is it. Once that iPad goes black, if it does, and her face is in front of it, I'm going to see the person I'm talking to, finally, right? And she doesn't catch this. You understand something about people. People think they're good at hiding stuff, but they're not. You just know when someone's like hiding things, right? You see all the red flags. You give them the benefit of doubt over and over and over again, hoping something is going to maybe not be what it truly is, but people aren't. They just think they are. And this girl thought she was too, but as the minutes went on, it happened finally, and I was so jacked up because she was taking an order. I think I don't know how she put her phone, but I was still talking to her. Put her iPhone in here. I saw the iPad, went black, and I saw the face, and it was SHREK, like 100%. I thought of SHREK right away when I saw the face, and I was like, gotcha, and I was so excited because it's like the time when you think you're crazy, but then you realize you're not. Okay, got my proof. Hung up the phone. Right there and then. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 missed calls in the next 10 minutes. Why'd you hang up? Why is this? And I texted back. I said, hey, I saw your reflection in the iPad. You lied to me for the last 2 months, and I was stupid enough to believe it. So hope you have a good life, but don't ever talk to me ever again. And then I got more calls. I blocked her number, got other calls from another number, which was her again, and text messages, and same thing. Hey, don't talk to me ever again. Because that was one of the biggest lies I've ever been told. And deceive, right? It's deception at the end of the day. So, and I get, I know people out there, they have, very low self-esteem. They have very low self-confidence, just low confidence in general. But you don't take things to that level. And I feel for people that are like that. I know, I'm sure it's hard, and it's hard to, want to get a connection with somebody. When you get one, you want to maintain it. So I didn't stay mad at this person. I was more mad at myself for letting it go that long and not doing anything about it. But anyway, hope you guys got a good laugh out of that story. That's what I got for tonight. Again, I'm going to start doing some of these stories from my past life and just to get some laughs, to get some playfulness, because one of my big values in life is playfulness, and it is having fun and not taking life too seriously. So if I can share some of my past events in my life, maybe help you not make the same mistakes, but mostly help you guys, like I always say, choose a different path in life, become your best version, but we got to get some laughs in there too. So, hope you enjoyed it. Peace and cheers. We'll talk to you soon.